I'm going to be blunt for a second. Seattle is one of my favorite cities on the planet, but everyone says they want to live here until it's a random Tuesday, gray at 8 a.m. The coffee line is wrapped around the block near Pike's Place Market. No chaos, no noise, just you and your thoughts. That's when the city drops the mask, and that's exactly why the right people fall hard for this city. Seattle isn't hard to love, but it will expose you if you don't know how to live here. I've watched people move here, making great money, staring at the water, the mountain views, crossing the bridges every single morning, and still feel off. Then you have someone else, they land in a smaller place, they dial into the routine, and suddenly Seattle clicks and never lets go. The same place, opposite outcomes. And no, it's not just the rain, relax. It's the pace, the quiet nights. And once you understand those things, Seattle stops feeling random and starts feeling intentional. Here's the part most people don't put on Instagram. Living in Seattle is less about where you go on the weekends and way more important about how your weekdays actually feel. This city has a rhythm, and if you catch it, life here can be smooth and incredible. If you fight it, everything feels harder than it needs to be. Mornings matter here a lot. Seattle wakes up quietly, you feel it when the light creeps in instead of blasting through your window, when coffee shops are full but not loud, when people are moving with purpose, not urgency. That slow, intentional start sets the tone for your entire day. Daytime here is focused. People work hard, but it's not loud. You see headphones on, heads down, energy. And because the nights feel so different here too, Seattle's evenings are calm, quiet. Neither is wrong, it just fits. Because once the routine works, everything else is lighter. Your weekends feel earned, your evenings feel intentional, your life stops feeling like logistics and start feeling like flow. Then don't guess your thoughts through this. We're your local real estate team of choice, and this is literally what we do every single day. We help people line up the lifestyle first so the home actually works once you're living in it. If you're relocating, buying, or trying to make Seattle the final click, our information is in the description. Call, text us, or email us anytime. Start the discovery conversation now before you make the move that looks good on paper but doesn't feel right in real life. Here's where a lot of people get it wrong. They say they want to live in Seattle like it's one thing. Seattle isn't a single experience, it's a collection of different identities sitting next to each other, separated by water, bridges, and unspoken rules. Things feel polished and life runs quietly in the background instead of demanding your attention. For the right person, that feels calm and powerful. For the wrong person, it can feel sterile. Medina, the average person lives there 15 plus years, and you realize how few cars pass on your street during the day. People who choose Medina want separation, not stimulation. Mercer Island lives in the middle. It wants access without all the chaos. If you want calm without isolation, if you want life to feel organized without feeling boxed in, it clicks fast. So now that you see it, you cannot unsee it. Seattle isn't one lifestyle, it's a multiple lives stacked side by side. Where you land determines whether the city feels like it's working for you or constantly pushing you back. Seattle looks compact on a map. In real life, it's a maze built around water, lakes, bays, canals, and bridges. That geography doesn't just decorate the city, it dictates your week. The commute stress here isn't about miles, it's about flexibility. A 25-minute drive one day can quickly turn into a 55-minute the next day with no warning. Bridges here are the pressure point. Once you commit, you are committed. Same thing heading north or south on I-5, short distances, big consequences. That's why locals obsess over living on the same side of the water as where they work. It's not superstition, it's survival. This is where the different places reveal their personality. Living in Bellevue with a job nearby can feel surgical, predictable, efficient. Your day ends when it's supposed to end. Mercer Island offers balance, but only if you respect the bridge's timing. On the Seattle side, even a 5-minute commute can feel heavier if it crosses water at the wrong hour. Transit helps, and it helps a lot. Park and rides feel early. Transit add time. Buses move faster in some lanes and slower in others. Everything we're talking about shows up in your daily schedule, not on Instagram. Seattle's cost of living isn't random. It's not punishment. It's pricing for a specific way of life. And once you see that, the numbers stop feeling expensive and start feeling honest. People fixate on home prices first. That is natural. But the real cost here shows up everywhere else, like grocery runs 20 to 25% above the national average. Childcare lands between $1,600 and $2,200 a month. None of that is shocking on its own. What surprises people is how quietly it reshapes daily behavior. Here's the pattern. Seattle charges more where it saves you time and stress. Walkable neighborhoods cost more because they give you your evenings back. Transit-adjacent areas cost more because they reduce your commute time. Places like Bellevue, price predictability, parking works, errands stacked cleanly, time feels controlled. If you move outward, then you get more square footage, but you have longer days and tighter schedules. Seattle doesn't hide the trade, it makes you choose. Food is another thing here, more. You notice it the first time you go to a grocery run at PCC Community Market. It turns into a quiet mental math exercise instead of a grab and go errand. Transportation works the same way. Transit is cheaper than owning a car, but it often costs. The people who do best here aren't chasing cheap, they're chasing efficiency. They understand that Seattle prices are in alignment. Your lifestyle matches the infrastructure. The cost feels manageable. If it doesn't, the city feels expensive in ways you can't quite optimize. And that's the final unlock. Cost of living here isn't about what you spend, it's about what you get back. Seattle doesn't reward hype, it rewards fit. We have covered a lot, but all of that collapses into one truth. Lifestyle comes first here, not the house, not the price. I've had clients move here convinced they wanted Seattle energy, only to realize 2 months in that they really needed the Mercer Island calm. That's why we don't sell addresses, we solve problems. We're your local real estate team of choice. And if you're thinking of relocating, buying, or selling, or trying to figure out where you actually belong here, our information is in the description. You can call, text, or email us anytime. We're always here to help. Let's start the conversation of discovery before you commit to something that only works in theory. And if you want to keep going, check out our playlist. It breaks down this city piece by piece so you can move smarter and with way fewer regrets. I really, really appreciate you hanging out with me today, and I will catch you on the next one.